What's up, girls? I just read A Modest Proposal by Jonathan Swift. It's a satirical essay written in 1729 by Swift, who was living in Dublin. He was an Irish essayist, satirist, novelist. He wrote Gulliver's Travels. And basically the essay is to address poverty in Ireland. There were a lot of poor Irish Catholics living on the streets, and the British government and wealthy Irish landowners, who were mostly Protestant, were trying to enforce like a lot of policy that was sort of dehumanizing. And so he wrote the satirical essay in response. And the premise of the essay is basically that they should just have the poor people sell their babies as food to the rich people. And he goes into like all sorts of like different ways you could prepare a baby, and how mothers should be treated different from the fathers because they can create more babies, etc., etc. It's just like a very absurd and kind of profane essay, pointing out how ridiculous it is to basically treat like a human issue through the lens of policy and economics, how dehumanizing it can be. So very cool, very influential essay on the history of satire. I think everyone should read this essay. It's like 15 pages, especially if you're interested in like liberalism or any kind of human rights issues. It seems like it's like a genius tool in order to like get your point across. There's this interview that David Foster Wallace has, where he's talking about Wittgenstein, who's his favorite philosopher. I haven't read any Wittgenstein myself, but he has this section in his philosophy where he's talking about only serious issues can be discussed through the form of a joke. And I think about that pretty often. And this essay, I think, is a really good example of that, by like not being overt in your, not just saying that you're dehumanizing people, but by leading them to that conclusion through like a funny, entertaining, roundabout way, and having them realize it themselves, I think is a lot more powerful. So very cool, very funny, very informative. Go check out A Modest Proposal by Jonathan Swift.